Ernest Rutherford was born in rural Spring Grove on the South Island of New Zealand on August 30, 1871. His father James had a little education and struggled to support the large family on a flax miller's income. Ernest's mother Martha worked as a school teacher. In 1911, Rutherford, Marsden, and Geiger discovered the dense atomic nucleus by bombarding a thin gold sheet with the alpha particles emitted by radium. From this observation, they concluded that almost all the atomic matter was concentrated in a tiny volume situated at the atom center, the atomic nucleus. What happened in the foil experiment? Rutherford said, "It was as if you fired a 15-inch shell at a piece of tissue paper and it comes back and hit you." Using the atomic model of J.J. Thomson, he expected that the beam particle will pass through, but he noticed that there is something inconsistent. However, through an alpha scattering experiment, which is later known as composed of beams of helium nuclei, Rutherford and his team observed that upon firing a beam, a large quantity of particles is undeflected, which is inconsistent with the plum pudding model. According to his observation, most of the alpha particles go straight without any deflection. Some of particles deflected at some angles, and some particles rebounds back. After repeating the experiment in multiple times, therefore, Rutherford concluded that most of the atom is empty space. There is a particle that is massive, tiny, and positively charged, and some particles rebounds back, which shows that the nuclear atom is dense. An alpha atom is a positively charged particle that is spontaneously emitted by some radioactive substances, consisting of 2 photons and 2 nucleus bound together, thus having a mass of 4 units and positive charge of 2. The nucleus is the tiny, dense, central core of the atom and is composed of protons and neutrons. Rutherford's atomic model became known as the nuclear model. In the nuclear atom, the protons and neutrons, which comprise nearly all of the mass of the atom, are located in the nucleus at the center of the atom. Physicist Ernest Rutherford envisioned the atom as a miniature solar system, with electrons orbiting around a massive nucleus and as mostly empty space, with the nucleus occupying only a very small part of the atom. Line spectra is a spectrum that consists of narrow, dark, parallel lines on a brightly colored background, produced from a hot light source surrounded by cooler gases that absorbs and thus removes certain wavelengths. When electromagnetic radiation is passed through the prism or grating, it is split up and forms a collection of lines representing different wavelengths. This is called spectrum. The spectra can be divided into 2 types, which is the emission and absorption spectra. Atom is known as a line spectrum because the radiation emitted consists a series of sharp lines. The wavelengths of the lines are characteristics of the elements and may form extremely complex patterns.